Good morning, everybody. Avi and Rabieska. The Daily Wisdom. I'm just going to start the timer. Okay. In his first dream, Pharaoh saw 7 robust cows emerge from the Nile River, followed by 7 lean cows that devoured the 7 robust ones. In his second dream, he saw 7 healthy ears of grain devoured by 7 scrawny ones. Okay. I think that only when you, Rieski, you know that story that you really like? I think you shared this one quite a few times. The story of a guy, someone who did tshuva. Someone was he came I think to the Baal Shem Tov, and he asked him to do tshuva because he didn't keep Shabbos one time. He told him to buy wax candles for the shul. Okay, Rabbi Yossi, go ahead. You have to go off mute.
So it's funny. By the way, it's cooking in my mind how I'm going to come to Jets. It's have some kids. That's what's cooking in my mind. And I heard what you said, and I want to hear what you have to say. It's cooking in my mind seriously. You gave me inspiration in the chat that you said about the circle, so you gave me a little bit of inspiration. I have hope. If the staff is going to come, then we are making it. So, by the way, I figured out an amazing thing from the Posach Eliyahu. The opposite. You have to be all the way physically. So all the people are not all the way physically. They are delusional. The people want to be. Nobody behaves in the physical manner like they are the creators. Okay, I'm gonna have to hang up, guys. I feel so bad, but I'm gonna hang up.
Avi, I think that means it's your turn.
It's of a free lunch. This has got to be interesting. Vayika paro v'hine chalom. Bereshit Memalev Zion. Pharaoh awoke and perceived that what he had seen was a dream. Genesis 4:1-7. Continue. The content of Pharaoh's dreams differed profoundly from that of Joseph's. Pharaoh dreamed of animals and produce, but not of work. Joseph's dreams, in contrast, began with the image of work, gathering sheaves in the field. Okay. A minute, so they have classes. I don't want to go all types of stages of the universe, and explained that it was like 5,700 years and like a couple. Okay, your turn. I gotta go again.
No, just you're breaking. You're in and out, so I didn't hear what you said. But I'm going to read that paragraph that you read. The content of Pharaoh's dreams differed profoundly from that of Joseph's. Pharaoh dreamed of animals and produce, but not of work. Joseph's dreams and conscience began with the image of work, the brothers gathering sheaves in the field. So I've been actually going in my mind back and forth about this concept about if things are supposed to be pleasant now or if things are supposed to be with work, because there's a lot of information about how work is important, and there's like the new information, the novelty ideas of how we should really be having everything in a pleasurable way now. And I think that right now at this point, we actually need both. That means we need to have work, but it should be only in a pleasant way, in a good way, in a way that's acceptable to not just the soul, but also the body. And Avi, if I don't know, Shalom, perfect. Welcome, Shalom. It's your turn.
Hey, good morning. I don't know what the conversation is really about. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, that's it. Pass.
Okay, Avi, do you want to try again?
Yes. I think I'm in the spotlight now. Um, let's see. Okay, this reflects the different. Hi, Shalom. This reflects the difference between how God provides sustenance for holy and unholy people. God sustains holy people directly in deserved reward for their earnest work in aligning themselves with His will. In contrast, unholy people balk at the idea of self-discipline, and God therefore only sustains them because He has to in order for them to continue to exist. Moreover, sustenance received without effort is flawed goodness, since human nature is such that we do not truly appreciate something gained without effort. No pain, no gain. Oh, it actually says that. Okay, turn.
Thank you, Avi. Where does it say no pain, no gain?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay, I'm not sure
say
what you're.
that.
Similarly, when we are tempted to think that we can get by without hard work, we must realize that such notions stem from our unholy side. Likewise. Nice. Yeah. Mender, you going to wash your hands and give us cookies?
But I don't know what this does.
Take a chair. Yeah, likewise, anything we receive for free is either flawed or will not endure. Look at the volume 3, pages 805 through 810, 820 through 822. Shalom, if you want, you can read also, but start from the beginning.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Sunday, the price of a free lunch. In his first dream, Pharaoh saw 7 robust cows emerge from the Nile River, followed by 7 lean cows that devoured the 7 robust ones. In his second dream, he saw 7 healthy ears of grain devoured by 7 scrawny ones. The price of a free lunch. Vayikat Pari Vihina Chalayim, Bereshis Mem Aleph Zion. Pari awoke and perceived that what he had seen was a dream. Genesis 41:7. The content of Pari's dream differed profoundly from that of Yosef's. Pari's dreamed of animals and produce, but not of work. Yosef's dream, in contrast, began with the image of work, the brothers gathering sheaves in the field. I assume my time's over. Almost.
Ali.
Um, let's see here. So I'm in Israel now. I saw a few people from Jets the other day. I saw Levi Feleg. I saw Moshe Hecht. Yesterday I saw Chaim Gottlizer. Maybe we'll come. I'll meet him again. It's nice to see some people. So it's such a lesson coming here. It's such a being away from home. Whatever way, but everything's a lesson. Just trying to learn and soak it all up. Okay, next.
Got a little cutout there for me. I just heard that you met some guys from Jets, and please send love to anybody that you see from Jets over there. You're a lucky man. Israel's amazing. I'm a little jealous in a good way, and happy for you. And I was just thinking about it, and I just kept on missing the opportunity. But Happy Hanukkah, because it's Hanukkah by you. It's crazy. Anyways, and you're like you're in the place where the story happened. You know, it's something different. It's something that's really special and different about that. What I was saying, Shalom, my thoughts on it was the difference between hard work and maybe we're living in a time that is supposed to be pleasurable. And I think that my conclusion is that there's a healthy mix between the two. That means hard work that is also pleasurable, that your body appreciates it. Shalom, go ahead.
Maybe. I don't really know how history worked, but I assume that there's a more of an option to choose what you want to do more than like for that hard work than any other point in history. You don't have to choose between a very select few of jobs, and also you're not limited to making a certain amount of money in most aspects of life. Obviously, I think there's still a lot of struggle to make money, and there's always going to be that struggle until I guess Mashiach comes. But until then, I think it's just going to get better. There's always more opportunities, more technologies making things easier for people to get the jobs that they want, more freedoms. It's good. It's an exciting time to be alive.
Javi?
So a cat came up to me earlier in the day, and I started petting it, and it was fine, it was cool. And then someone was like, "Yo, you shouldn't do that. It's a stray cat." And I was like, "It wants to be pet. It just wants to be pet." And I was petting it, and people are getting mad at me. I don't get what the big. It's a pet. It is a pet. That's what it is. It's a pet. It likes to be petted. Thank you.
Thank you, Avi. So are mice. But I have never picked up a stray mouse and pet it. But yeah, I guess I kind of had the same experience when I went to Israel, but whatever. You can make a decision. You're driving? Wow. I wanted to respond to what Shalom said, but okay. Anyways. This reflects the difference between how God provides sustenance for holy and unholy people. God sustains holy people directly, deserves reward for their earnest work in aligning themselves with His will. The conscious unholy people balk at the idea of self-discipline and work. God therefore only sustains them because He has to, in order for them to continue to exist. Or sustenance received without effort is flawed goodness. Since human nature is such that we do not truly appreciate something gained without effort. Now I remember what I wanted to say. Shalom, go ahead.
Avi, I stand by your decision to pet it. I always get that feeling like that I want to, and I always, cave into the social pressures of not doing it, but I always regret it. It's a really good feeling. It's like therapy for me and for the cat. So why not do it? I mean, obviously, as long as I wash my hands. Um, it's funny to like see a kid and then see myself in the actions. It's just a little bit like eye opening, but I feel like it's always gonna be like that, and it's always a good thing, to have like um that child in me always, because it's usually happier than whatever, and it's not too caught up with like the little things. Hi, Michael. Hi. You can't see my face. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, pass.
Avi.
So a few days ago, I spent like 2 nights in crashing just like in some why, but it was a really interesting experience. I tried for like 3 hours. It was fun. Now I'm in the old city. I know my way around. I know how to get to cafes and coffees, so I'm good. And it's interesting to see everyone's agenda and the way everyone does Judaism a little bit differently. I'm just trying to be an observant Jew, and not in a good way, but in the observant way. And I think I'll learn a lot in like 10 years from now. From
Yeah, yeah. Um, what I wanted to say was that there's a famous menu. We're gonna do that with Tati and Mommy, okay? Okay, we'll deal with it later. You're gonna tell Mommy that you already put on one. You have to listen to what Mommy. We can only do it with Mommy and Tati, right? So it says Adam Amal Yulad or Yuvalid. I don't know how to pronounce it. But basically, it means that man was created or was born to work. And in Pirkei Avos, it explains that we can choose in what to work, but we must work. Like that's part of the necessity. Um, but I can choose what to invest myself. Like where does that work have to be? So I could work very hard on myself, on a person, and Torah, and mitzvahs, whatever it is, and then I could buy a lottery ticket. You know? Okay, Sean.
Everything in life takes on some form of illusion, that we have to hide behind. That could be a good thing or could be a bad thing, because um, yeah, like I still think anything in life could be good or bad for the right people, obviously, for the right situations. Anything could be used, and um, like work is one of those things that I think as time goes on, most people start either appreciating it or hating it more. It's one of the two. Um, but yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, I don't really have a place where I'm going with this, so I'll pass it on to the next person.
Avi.
So it's easy to say just do your hishtadlut and go with your intuition and do 100%. But you could be putting the pedal to the metal, but in what direction? That's the most confusing part is you don't know where to go. So I could try hard in whatever I do, but I'm not really sure which way, which path. So it's pretty confusing. I'm at Ace right now just for like 3 weeks, and I like it. It's really good, and people are like, "Yeah, stay here." But I'm like, get like it's out of the rest. So that's why you got whatever all the time. Like that's great, but like, what is that? Thank you.
So can't really hear you, but I think my kid is handy. What's going on? What? There's a chair right here. Go ahead. Is that for me? Okay, close the bag. Wow. I'm actually like some. Avi, we're a little bit broken in and out. Couldn't really hear what you're saying. So I really want to. About what Sean was saying. I mean, I like the idea. And I guess the question is why? I don't know. Okay, first of all, back in the day, let's just go back a little bit. It doesn't make a difference if you like your work or not. You have to do it. All right, Sean, go ahead.
I was gonna say something based off the question. Now I don't really have anything to speak about. If you want, you can finish it, and I'll finish my minute. And if not, then just pass it on to Avi.
Avi?
I'm walking around now. I hope you can. I'm just saying, but that's easy to say, but I don't know what path. Sorry, I don't know what path to go and which way to do that. And in different situations in my life right now, I'm not sure which way to go and to put the pedal down and just go for it. So that's why it's really so it's easy to say that, but it's near of which way to go. That's why it's hard. Yep. Thank you.
Where do I go from here? Where do I go? Yeah, it's a nice song actually. I'm not sure which question or what you're referring to, but I'm just gonna go ahead and continue what I'm saying. That I think that back in the day, you didn't really have a choice. You had work basically for survival. But now I think that you don't like that idea shouldn't exist. That means work and hating it, I think, should not exist. I think that work, of course, is a certain amount of uncomfortability because we're lazy and we want to be comfortable in our boxes, in our comfort zones, and things like that. But we still have so many options and such a great capabilities that we could choose something that we like. Sean.
Yeah. Best.
Avi.
Hello. I switched angles. I don't know if this is a better angle. It's a better angle. Maybe you could hear me better because of the angle. Yeah, you can. All right. Thank you.
I heard everything that you said. Mashiach now. Be'ezus Hashem. Mashiach now. Okay. Similarly, when we are tempted to think that we can get by without hard work, we must realize that such notions stem from our unholy side. Likewise, anything we receive for free is either flawed or will not endure. It's so interesting. As we started, whatever. I want to say my conclusion from this that I understood. The conclusion from this is that work could be minimal, but there got to be work and its efforts got to be put in one way or another. I can choose to put it into holiness and other things, but I think I gotta work with my talents, which will also make that the work won't feel like something that I hate, like Sean was saying before, but will be something that I love. Rabbi Yaske.
Figured out you're still in business and the hotline. Be here in this year. Thank you very much. Hello, Mendush. Hello, Michael. And Avi, very nice of you to be here. I see Sholem is over here also. It's nice. So, you should know I'm just telling you what I think. This is reality, what we do. This is the reality the whole world wants to be. That's what I understand. And thank you for not to be afraid to be real. That's what I realize how real it is. It's crazy how real it is. What we are now, it's so real. It must affect the whole world. What we are doing now, the way we think, the way we talk. Avi, it's serious stuff. That's
Thank you, Rabbi Yaske. Sean.
Good morning, Rabbi. It's good to see you. I always wondered, does God have like a point of making everyone have like some pain in their lives that it's like unavoidable? Right? I know we're supposed to toil and this and that, but everyone has their issue they struggle with, be financially, like relationships, physical, it could be anything. Um, but like, is there like a target put on each person that needs to be hit, or can it just be removed after some time or something like that, that we don't have to struggle with that throughout our entire lives with like something. I mean, maybe that's just what life is about, but I feel like there's life, and then there's the issues that come along with it, and I don't think they have to be connected.
Avi?
Yeah, hey, Rebecca, welcome again. Shalom, I think what you can right now it's not really. Have a good life. Peace. Next, thank you.
For some reason, everything that you say I can't hear, besides for the first few words and the last few words. So, but thank you for trying. Bam bam bam. Very interesting concept, which was just shared. Unfortunately, there's a boy in Jets that his mother just got hit by a car and passed away. Very difficult time. But so Rabbi Zalmi Roxon was sharing some ideas, and he says, there's no such thing as he says that basically different people, everybody, like, I guess, could grieve the same way, like in the same amount, but for different things. So like one person could have a cat that died, a pet that died, another person could have a sibling or parent that died, and they can literally be hurt the same way. So about everybody having pain, I'm just wondering if maybe we decide that. For Bieska.
I want to tell you something very, very special about it. Shalom. I don't believe you will understand, exist what I'm going to tell you till you're going to experience it. I learned Pasach Eliyahu Maimer that I realized something. I don't want to be smart and tell you you have other people's pains because you have pain. You look at something. I have to understand how you really. Like example, in the time from the second Beit Hamikdash, nobody had worries of parnasa. How could it be? So I met a person why he didn't have worries of parnasa. If I show you how I did it, it's amazing. This means basically the full choice is in you. But the idea is, when I learned technology, the technology Pasach Eliyahu shows you there is never a problem. It's crazy. And that's what I'm dealing with. How really you should not have pain, but there is going to be pain. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be a lot of things. Like God deals with that.
Shalom.
Yeah, I think that's true. It's a good example. Yeah, Avi, I was like sitting ready to listen to you, ready to hear like something nice, and then just connection just cut us out. That's it. Wasn't it? Um, yeah, doesn't sound very good, Isaac. What happened in Jets? Sounds pretty terrible. Um, yeah, no words. I pass.
Avi, should we try again?
Yeah, Cameron's. I am sorry. Briska, I think you're saying how like there isn't really like pain, like bad things. It's almost like an illusion in this world. But I heard something that there's a difference between like pain and suffering. Like pain is just like a physical pain or even an emotion, like that happens to pain. And suffering is just what you add on to it. So something could be really painful, but if you make it meaningful, then it takes away the pain a little bit. Like childbirth is really painful, we've heard, but maybe it's a little bit more tolerable because there's a little bit more meaning to it. So with everything in our life, if we could see the meaning in our pain, then we won't suffer as much. Thank you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Very powerful stuff. Powerful stuff, guys. Okay, I'm just afraid that I'm making it like a philosophy and I'm not applying it to myself. So as I have 10 minutes left, I want to make it really apply to me. So I want to have a takeaway. And I guess for me right now, it's leaning towards the same idea of just what I like saying, expanding your comfort zone. So everybody likes saying to get out of your comfort zone. And instead of getting out, I think that I would like to expand it, because be comfortable doing more good things, be comfortable, working, be comfortable doing all these things. I mean, you don't have to leave your comfort zone. You just have to work on expanding it. And yeah, so I need to figure out how to make that practical in a small way. Shit, now. Yes.
I like this analysis. Zalman Rakson had the bravery to say it because he lost his mother when he was a kid. So I can't. That's why when you hear from him, it's logic. Somebody else would say it. He says he's a monster. So a lot of things is like this, and funny that everybody heard it nice. And then Avi, I don't know how he went to birth. Probably had an experience. Somebody had a birth, but I just only thing. But I see Sholem always analyzes things and cares about things. Sholem, I tell you, a Levi, you have to be a model how to be. So you couldn't be. But I'm modeling also what to be. It means what we are, what I am. This can be the whole world, basically. So I know the answer about pain. There's a way. If you breathe, you don't have pain. That means if you're alive, you don't have pain. You'd be surprised. If you're alive, you don't have pain. The only thing, if you get stuck, that's suffering.
Shalom.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. So like anything, I think the way to apply this is slowly, one step at a time. So you can start off with just like the next time you I don't know, experience a moment that, I mean, I don't know what the point is really, what like the end goal is, but um to expand, I guess, your comfort zone. And we're talking about pain, so like my brain wandered a bit. um yeah, okay, fine, I'll finish this next time. My brain is trailing off a bit, I'm sorry.
Avi?
Rebecca, you said if you breathe, you don't feel pain. Maybe we could chat sometime and you could give me a quick lesson how to do that. Also, you said about being stuck, you feel pain. I guess I could see that. I guess a lot of times I feel, or we feel that maybe then this is where we're supposed to be, and this is what we need to be doing. And then Isaac, I guess, yeah, expanding our comfort zone, probably just doing things that are not in your comfort zone. But just going out, I think. Thank you.
I know you said something about expanding the comfort zone, but I didn't hear what exactly you said. It's actually about childbirth. I remember being taught that Hashem creates a miracle by childbirth, that woman that gives birth forgets how painful it was, so that she'll be willing to do it again. But I still like the message. I still like the idea that when it's gonna break. It's gonna break. No, come on. I don't want it to break. You gonna get a boo boo? Look at your nose. Look at your nose. What happened to your nose? Exactly. And it was a boo-boo, right? Oh, yo, yo. Yeah, okay, Rabbi Yaska, go ahead.
So I want to tell all of you what's happened now. Rabbi Isaac was breathing now. He was in the middle of talking a sentence, middle idea, and suddenly he saw Heikel moving. So he got up in the middle and he talked to Heikel, like the same thing. He was breathing. This is the situation now. This I meant breathing. Don't worry. Do what you have to do. Hashem is going to help you. Everything's going to be nice. So basically Hashem is real. It's all the way so real that you are real. So I was very happy that this is a good example for me and for you guys with Rabbi Isaac. You didn't see frustration when he spoke to his son. He didn't feel like I would buy me. I remember all the fathers. I'm talking now. You go to the bark and want to kill somebody. So this is amazing to be yourself in a way that you are really yourself. And this I got from the Posach Eliyahu.
Shalom?
Yeah. It's very unique to be able to be individual, especially when I'm actually doing it. It's more unique than anything. To be able to think my own thoughts, form my own, what I think is my own thoughts and, ideas. And Avi, this is the way every single one of your minute, sounds to me. It's like, oh, I'm prefacing great idea. Oh, I'm about to say the great idea. And therefore, that's it. It's really frustrating, but it's still good to hear your voice and see your face. Yeah, pass.
Avi, any last great ideas you would like to share with us?
Yeah. I wanted to tell you this. I was not thinking about it, but there's $1 million. $1 million is and then you make a right and then a left and it'll right guys.
Wow. Okay, so you're joking about it, but you really broke off a bunch of times. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Have a happy Hanukkah and Mashiach right now.
Happy Hanukkah.